Today we are grooming Lux. She is a golden retriever and a poodle mix that seems to have some high anxiety issues related to grooming. She has not been groomed in about a year. All right, so Lux's owners told me that Lux has been getting groomed for years. She did not have a problem for a long time, and then all of a sudden she started to have extreme anxiety issues surrounding grooming. The second they would pull up, she would shake, she would bark, she would jump all over her owners, and she would poop out of fear. The owners have decided to stop bringing their dog to that groomer and find another groomer because they are worried that something may have happened at that salon to cause the dog to be so stressed. This is a very common theme that people assume that there's gotta be a reason why this dog is so incredibly anxious over grooming, and it must have something to do with the salon. Now, that isn't to say that they could be right. That isn't to say that that doesn't happen, but I ran a grooming salon for 13 years. And I had a lot of regular clients, and I had plenty of regular clients that would do the exact same thing as Lux the second that they would show up. The only way for me to put this into perspective for people is it's kind of like children that are afraid of the dentist, even though nothing bad has ever happened at the dentist, but they're still scared to go. It doesn't mean that something happens. It's just that some dogs are more anxious than others, and some are more fearful than others, and sometimes, despite having no negative experience, they just associate grooming as a negative experience and they don't like it. Similar to dogs that don't like going to the vet. Can you stand up? Up. So, I am going to give her a fresh start today because she hasn't been groomed in a year and she is matted. And at the same time, I'm going to evaluate her temperament and see what might be causing this extreme anxiety. They told me that she is not aggressive. The previous groomer never said anything about her being aggressive. But I am still going to be cautious because a scared dog can be an aggressive dog and you can go from 0 to 100 very quickly. So I will pay attention as we work. You're okay. You're okay, Lux. I tried to offer her treats. She wouldn't take any. A clear sign that she is stressed because they said she does like treats. I asked a lot of questions. I said, did you notice that her behavior changed towards grooming after she had been spayed? They said no, it had happened before as well. Sometimes when they get spayed or neutered and their hormones change, sometimes behavior changes can happen. They said no. I said sometimes. I also asked, did you notice that she was super stressed after grooming the times that she got shaved, because she didn't always get shaved when she went in? They said no, it didn't matter if she was shaved or not shaved, because sometimes after dogs have been shaved short, they feel a little bit off, they feel a little bit weird. They might act a little bit weird for a couple of days until they get used to their haircut, but that wasn't the case. They said it happened whether she got shaved or not. So, what is up with you, Lux? What do you hate the most about grooming? We are about to find out. I'm shaving her down today in a number 7. She definitely doesn't like having her paws touched. Okay, they want your beard. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They want your beard short because it drips water everywhere. Good girl, you're okay. Yeah, you're okay. Good girl. Very good. Your stress ball. Your stress ball. So she does have some matting, but for a dog that has not seen a groomer in a year, her matting is pretty minimal compared to what I actually was anticipating. Whenever I hear my doodle has not been groomed for a year, I make the educated assumption that it's probably going to be a disaster, and she's really not a disaster. A little bit matted, but nothing severe. Interesting. That was an interesting little growl thing you just did. Was that you talking or you being aggressive? Come on, up, 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 up. Good girl, stay. Lots of lipping and panting. Very nervous. Good girl. Shaving the top of the head in a number 3. Just trying to take as much hair off the face as I can before the bath so that she doesn't have to endure too much drying on the face. Typically, I would do the nails at the end, but I am bathing her in my bathtub, which has grates, and those grates have holes in them. And sometimes when the nails are overgrown, they can get caught in those grates, so I'm gonna try to clip them first because her nails are quite long. Are you growling? Yep. Okay, so you aren't good for your nails. Are you gonna go into groomer's helper because you're growling? She could be all talk, no action, but no thanks. Ah, don't show me those teeth, I saw that. No, but leave it. I know, you have some pretty heavy matting in your paw pads. It's okay, Lux. It's okay, Lux. Okay, so far, trigger number 1 is definitely the nails and paws. I have not seen her actually go to bite yet. It's mostly just lifting her lips to show her teeth and growling. You might be wondering why I haven't muzzled her. I put her in the groomer's helper, which means I know how much space I have between my hand and her teeth. She cannot fully turn around to bite. Sometimes when you have a really nervous dog like this, less is more. So if I can avoid putting a muzzle on her, I think that would be better for her. You just have some matting in between your toes here. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You're okay. Good girl. Good girl. Nope. Typically, I wouldn't be pulling the leg this far from the front because it's a little bit uncomfortable, but the problem is that if I get too close to the front, she can get me, which obviously we don't want. So the reason, no. So the reason why I'm pulling it far back is so she can't reach me with her teeth. Good girl, stay. Don't do it. Good girl. It's okay. Good girl. Okay, ready for the bath? I'm gonna give you a little bit of a break and then we're gonna go for a bath. All right, Lux. Now that the hardest parts of grooming are over, since you have no hair, you're not gonna take very long to dry. How are you gonna be for the bath? Good girl. Good girl. It's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. There we go. It's better. Let's rinse you off. Good girl. Stay there. Okay, let's see how Lux manages the blow dry. Oh, happy hoodie. Okay, so she's dry and it's time to do her haircut. She didn't exhibit any extreme fear towards the blow dryer, so I don't think the blow dryer is a major issue for her. Typically, when I shave a dog this short, I usually dry them in a crate, but Lux has a very thick double coat that, despite being shaved down with a short blade, is still very dense, and it would not have dried in a crate. So she has the type of coat that has to be dried with the high velocity dryer. Some of you are probably going to ask me if she has a double coat, why is she being shaved? She is a Doodle, which means that she is mixed with a breed of dog that does not shed. So her coat type is not normal. It's not typical of the average double coat. So she can be shaved because her hair continuously grows until it's cut. Licking the hand leads to biting the hand. I've seen that a few times. This dog is really good for grooming, so I couldn't see a groomer getting stressed out with her and mistreating her, or simply just getting frustrated and taking it out on her. And by that I mean even just if a groomer gets super stressed, a dog can feel it, and that can make them scared of grooming. She's a very good dog, so I couldn't see somebody making her stressed out during the groom, which leads me to believe that she just simply doesn't like being groomed, and she likes to put on a show for her owners at drop-off because she doesn't want to be there. But she really is not exhibiting any extreme fear involving grooming. You guys have seen lots of videos on my channel. You've seen dogs totally freak out over grooming, especially when it comes to specific things, and this dog is totally fine. So I have a feeling you just like to be a drama queen for your owners. almost done. Almost finished. Stay, please stay. Okay, I'm going to spray you down in some cucumber cologne. Yeah. So after evaluating this dog, figuring her out, I don't see any major triggers related to grooming. I don't even think that she is actually that bad for her paws and nails. I just used precaution by using the groomer's helper, but I don't even think that she would do anything about it, which to me suggests that she doesn't have extreme fear and anxiety over grooming. I think she has extreme fear and anxiety over leaving her owners, and so she puts on a bit of a show at drop-off, but once she's here, she seems fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support the channel and more complimentary grooms just like Lux's here, don't forget to hit that follow and subscribe button and share with all of your friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Lux, and I will see you again in a few days.